Ready? Start. Sir, the formation of a more representative and multipolar world order is in the global interest. Leaders of the set at a virtual summit chaired by Prime Minister. The grouping's decision to induct Iran as its ninth and latest member was one of a number of agreements signed at the summit. However, India, who hosted the summit for the first time, refused to join other members on paragraphs relating to China's Belt and Road Initiative in the joint statement and stayed out of a joint statement on SCO Economic Development Strategy 2030, indicating a lack of consensus in the grouping. Mr. Modi also took sharp aim at Pakistan for cross-border terrorism and at China for connectivity projects that do not respect. The SCO grouping now comprises the agreements signed include the New Delhi Declaration outlining areas of cooperation between SCO countries, a joint statement on countering radicalization, and one on digital transformation, where India offered to share expertise on digital payments interfaces. In a reference to sanctions on Russia and Iran, SCO members jointly criticized non-UN sanctions as incompatible with the principles of international law, which have a negative impact on other countries. SCO members also agreed to explore the use of national currencies for payments within the grouping, which would circumvent international dollar-based payments. However, the declaration noted that only interested member states signed the economic strategy statement, while leaving India out of the paragraphs. Supporting India opposes the over its inclusion of projects in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. Better connectivity not only enhances mutual trade but also fosters mutual trust. However, in these efforts, it is essential to uphold the basic principles of the SCO Charter, particularly respecting and regional integrity of the member states. The Supreme Court on Tuesday refused to entertain a plea by the Enforcement Directorate to immediately transfer and decide the question of custody of Tamil Nadu Minister V. Senthil Balaji in a money laundering case linked to the Cash for Jobs scam following a split verdict by the Madras High Court. Instead, a bench of justices requested the Madras High Court Chief Justice to expeditiously constitute a larger bench to hear the case. The hearing in the top court came within hours of a division bench of the Madras High Court delivering a split verdict on a petition filed by with one judge declaring that the minister's June 14 arrest in a money laundering case was illegal and ordering him to be released, and the other holding that the petition was not maintainable. After the pronouncement of the diametrically opposite verdicts, the matter was ordered to the placed before High Court Chief Justice to name a third judge who will hear the case afresh and whose decision will finally tilt the verdict by a majority. The minister remains in a private hospital now in judicial custody. In the Supreme Court, Central for the Central Agency urged the bench to authoritatively decide the law as to whether a petition would stand after a judicial order of remand, and if the time spent by Mr. Senthil Balaji under medical treatment in a private hospital should be excluded from the period of custody allowed to the influential person. Every day that passes increases the risk of evidence in the case. The damage would be the bench then adjourned the case to July 24. Nothing that the pendency of the special leave petition will have no bearing on the proceedings before the High Court. Letter from Varadan and Company Tirupur to Mrs. Ramanujam and Company Chennai. Dear Sas, we thank you very much for your letter of the 3rd instant. In this connection, we would like to inform you that we have received just now the 4 consignments of the class articles sent by you by rail. We are glad to inform you that we are very much pleased with the quality of the goods supplied to us. At the same time, we regret to inform you that one of these consignments have been damaged so much that they have become useless. But we wish to tell you that the damage had not been due to any mistake on your part. It is clear to us that the damage has occurred during transit by rail. We have seen that the railway authorities have not taken sufficient care in handling the goods. It seems to us that some heavy goods were placed above this consignment. As a result, the goods have been damaged. We have reported the matter to the railway authorities. We enclose a copy of our letter of complaint lodged with the railway authorities so that you may pursue the matter with them and claim damages. Apart from that, according to the terms and conditions of the contract of sale entered into by us, we shall be glad if you make necessary arrangements to send goods to replace the damaged articles. Yours faithfully.